Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
You ever wonder how I make those noises? Sometimes I wonder that.
I don't wonder. I don't want to wonder.
We got an interesting topic today, Mr. Magazine. So it comes courtesy of Reddit, the Whatnot app over on Reddit. Mm-hmm. And somebody was asking what happened to a certain card shop over there. Did he get caught scamming? Somehow he got banned. And the first thing I want to mention is it is kind of interesting that that is such a regular question over there. If you go over on the Reddit and read about Whatnot, it seems like every other post is about somebody or other being banned for scamming. And I love the site, but they definitely still have some kind of issue over there. Now, most of these people are over in the trading card and Pokemon communities. Yeah. They're not, obviously in the book or the ephemera communities, but it's kind of interesting.
Real quickly, though, I'm not a big fan of Whatnot, so I don't get into these news stories like you do. But, how can you really scam like you? You show a product, you ship out a product. It's a simple process. All you have to do is be honest. They look at it. They look at a comic. As long as you're getting the same condition that you show it in, that you describe it in, you ship it to them, it doesn't get damaged. There really should be nothing to scam. And if you are scamming, and I'm not justifying any type of scamming, it's against the law, but are you scamming $5 items or is it $1,000 items?
Well, the only spot that I've seen, and I'm not really up on that end of things, I could see a mistake being made where, let's say that we were breaking product. I guess you're supposed to have the product on camera the entire time.
Okay.
You forgot, you move it off camera. I could see myself doing that, but not because I'm trying to scam. It's just one of those deals.
This is before it gets open, you're saying?
Yes.
Because obviously once it's open and you get a Brock Purdy rookie numbered 1 out of 1 or whatever.
Right. It is what it is.
Someone's getting that card. I mean, there's no dispute there. But yeah, like you said, and again, unless you're like, Houdini, if the box goes off for a split second, it's probably not a lot of time to open up a card.
Well, I think they switch packs out and all that. Or I guess the other question is, what happens technically, or what happens technically? I've had it happen before where I knocked my camera thing over.
Yeah.
I knocked my camera thing over. I pick it back up. Well, guess what happened on the way down? The product was not in the camera as the camera was falling. I've actually had that happen. Yeah. But no, you're absolutely right. And people do things over there like, if you have a giveaway, it's open to everybody, and then they don't send giveaways, or they say you didn't buy anything when you're not getting a giveaway. So yes, they are scamming, and those issues.
And again, if you scam one time, it's one time out of hundreds or thousands. But if someone's doing it all the time, you see the pack going off through, then something's definitely fishy about that. Sure.
Right.
And then I would think you'd lose business if everyone catches onto it. But what do I know?
There you go. The response actually came on Reddit from the gentleman who was banned, apparently.
Okay.
He was the only response. He goes, I am so-and-so. I got an awesome deal on some cards recently, and in a live stream, we were talking about it, and I said I effed, and he said the word, that kid. Someone decided to report me for it, and I was banned. Appealed it, and they upheld the ban. Cowards. Effers. If you want to reach out, I'm on Instagram and he gives us his handle. I'm not sure where I'm going from here, but like a phoenix, I will rise from the ashes. Cheers. Any thoughts?
Well,
that's a lot to unbundle.
I guess from what he said about a kid, it must have been a younger person. I don't know if they were underage. If he shouldn't be, first of all, I think it's illegal to even deal with kids underage. It's whether he's doing this on Whatnot, or I'm doing it out of my shop.
Yeah, I guess he bought the stuff out of his shop.
It's got to be 18 years or older, or accompanied by an adult. I think that's the law, at least in New York, where I'm from. So, again, if this is a 19-year-old, it is what it is. If it's a 17-year-old or a 12-year-old, well, then you did something wrong. You were deceiving him. You cheated him, even though he didn't know any better. And again, the way you worded it,
it could be
you're bragging, or it could be something
sexual connotations, even though that certainly is not what he
Right.
was implying.
Yeah.
Certainly, it could be taken that way potentially.
And this is someone that doesn't seem like he's been on there long or very reputable, because then maybe they would have given him another chance, or a 2-week or 1 month suspension.
A stern
something.
warning
Right.
But here's my takeaway from the entire thing. He was talking about that he got a good deal, and that he effed the person he was dealing with. Then he says, if you want to deal with me, come follow me over on Instagram. And I'm thinking to myself, why would I want to deal with you?
Yeah.
If you are dishonest, now maybe he was being over the top when he said he screwed the guy over in the deal. Maybe he was just bragging to his friends or something or other like that. Maybe he got a good deal, but he didn't really screw the guy over. He was just bragging to his friends. Exactly, trying to be cool. Who knows?
Yeah.
But if he was legitimately bragging that he ripped somebody off, it kind of ties back to the live show that we did. You want to get negative people out of your life. And that definitely does sound like a negative person.
Yeah.
And I've learned the hard way in my life that if somebody is rotten to A, B, C, and D, or rips off A, B, C, and D, guess what they're going to do to me at some point.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
Sure.
And I can think of 2 different occasions that ended up happening.
We have a mutual friend.
We have,
did to both of us, yeah.
Yeah, and there was another situation as well that, again, reflecting afterwards, I'm saying, yeah, he was kind of a jerk to a lot of people. Why would I think he wouldn't be to me?
Right.
And same thing with that gentleman. He apparently was not very honest in his dealings. And he's not going to be, why is he going to treat you right?
Right. What goes around comes around, I guess. And, it came around for him this time. So
as far as being kicked off of there, yeah. So I guess the ultimate lesson in all of this is, well, number one, treat people fairly. And there's a difference between getting a good deal and ripping somebody off. If I go to, if you're not a dealer, and I go to your house and your father just passed, or you're trying to clean the house out, or you're somebody that bought the house with contents, and I go over there and you say, hey, that entire room's just got boxes of books and stuff in there. I need it all out of there. Give me $100. If every box is filled with thousands and thousands of dollars of books, I did not rip you off.
Right.
I did you a favor. I took those books away. You don't care.
It could have been penny books, $5 books, or $500 books. He doesn't care.
Exactly. Right. That's what it comes down to. Now,
and you didn't rip him off either because you gave him what he wanted.
Gave him exactly what he wanted.
It was sight unseen.
And even if he says, take a look, I'm looking just to get rid of them. If I take a look through 2-3 boxes and say, yeah, these are older books,
right.
I give you $20 a box, get them out of here.
The ball was in his court. He could have said, hey, take a look, offer me what you think is fair, or just take them. Hey, if he said take them, you take them. He doesn't care. He's not losing sleep over it. And now he's at an empty room. It's win-win for everyone.
Whereas the other side of it is, if it's, your father collected books his entire life, you call me over and I'm like, these books are just not good at all. I can give you $100 for them. You're like, oh, geez, I would think it'd be worth more than that, but okay. And meanwhile, I know as I'm looking at it, that's $1,000 book. Then I ripped you off.
Right, exactly.
And it's knowing, again, in the first instance.
Well, he knew, obviously. This guy knew he was getting a great deal. And there's been many times over the years where people will say, I want $100, and I will tell them, you're ripping yourself off. And then I will honestly give them more money. I've done it a bunch of times. But it's being fair and getting them to come back and give you more business. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. And again, in the first instance there where I gave that example, what the guy wanted is he wanted the house cleaned because he can't sell the house with all those books in it. He doesn't really want to take them and haul them out. What is he going to do with them otherwise? He's either going to donate them or he's going to haul them out to the curb, and they're going to end up in the landfill.
You saved him time and money.
And
also the bigger picture, he's selling the house quicker.
Yep. When he got $100 in his pocket or $1,000, he doesn't care what the stuff's worth. He needed it gone, and it's gone. That's what it comes down to. So, yes, you can get very good deals without ripping somebody off, certainly. But just the choice of wording and then the fact that he'd be bragging about that on a live feed was kind of crazy.
In this day and age, too, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, you shouldn't be doing stuff like that because everyone wants to say something negative about you. Then they're going to see what a jerk you are, and they're going to expose you.
Well, and the other thing, too, comes in, too, is if he did that once, he may have done it previously on other deals, in which case people start coming out of the woodwork. Oh, he ripped me off, or gee, I didn't really feel right about the deal when he made it with me, but now I really think I ripped off because he has a track record of doing it.
Sure.
Yeah, so really when you get down to it, the only thing we have in this business is our reputation, both in buying and selling. So do the right thing. Certainly do not go on a live stream bragging how you screwed somebody over. That's probably not the wisest thing you can possibly do. Hopefully that helps you a little bit, gives you a different way to look at things. If you could hit the like button, that would definitely help us out. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.